Hello everyone, welcome to our latest Wheels Archery video, and today I've got with me Chris Pleasents, who's the multiple IFAA World and European Champion and multinational champion. Hi Chris, thanks for coming today.
Hi,
I appreciate you coming down at this late hour and the track you've had. So, first of all, do you want a little talk about yourself? Your shooting experience, what you've been doing, that kind of thing?
Yeah, sure. Well, I've been shooting for 45 years. I started shooting barebow, and 10 years ago I turned to freestyle, and it's something I'd wanted to do for a long time. Decided that that was the right time.
Okay.
I'm really pleased I made the change.
Oh right, okay, brilliant. So you've got a lot of years experience under your belt.
Yeah.
You've multinational champion a few times, I assume?
Yeah, can't remember exactly how many, but both in NFAS, IFAA and Archery GB.
Right, okay, that's brilliant. So, I mean, that's fantastic. It's a lot of experience you've got under there now. So, really what we want to talk about now is the new Hoyt Formula Velos riser and limbs. So, fire away basically, how have you been feeling with the bow?
Well, I've had the bow for 3 weeks, and prior to that I've been shooting the Factor. I have to say straight away, I think the Formula X is a fabulous bow. It does everything that I could want it to do. It feels very solid in the hand. From the moment I saw it, I thought everything fitted together well.
Sure.
The feel of it being shot is one of it's a very solid, a very crisp shooting bow. I'm comparing it with the Factor 27-inch Factor riser with medium limbs.
Yes, because I know that you used to shoot with a 27-inch riser and a medium limb. Now you've gone to because of course the Formula Factor, the Formula X, sorry, is only available in a 25-inch. So you've gone to a 25-inch riser with long limbs as opposed to 27 with medium. So how's that different for you?
Well, I was very sceptical because shooting field archery, you need good sight marks. The faster setup you can get, which is going to be stable. And my 27-inch Factor gave me good sight marks with the medium limbs. And I was very sceptical because in the past when I've used a 25-inch riser with long limbs, it's felt a fairly soggy shot.
Sure, is that speed related then? Are you losing a bit there?
No, not at all. I took one shot with it in the shop here, and it just felt so crisp that I really thought this was something that I could work with, and I was able to take it outside onto my practice range, shot at short distance and long distance, my reference marks, if you like.
Right.
And I found the sight marks to be every bit as good as the Factor. And bearing in mind I've come down 2 pounds in draw weight.
Wow, okay, so...
so pound for pound it is definitely working faster than the previous limbs.
Wow, okay, so you're putting out the speed, so you're happy with that.
Yeah.
How's the feel of the new limb? How is that coming in?
It feels very crisp. Again, being a 70-inch bow, I thought there would be a degree of wobble or bounce with it.
Sure, yeah.
I'm using a 31.5-inch draw length, but there's absolutely nothing at all. The limbs close down very, very quickly.
No, it's funny you should mention that because that's something I wanted to talk about. I mean, we've noticed that even when it's been shot at your bare bow, it's almost like someone's put stealth shots on it and it just closes down straight away.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with that. Is it?
I think as an example of that, one of my colleagues from Balance Bowman, who shoots barebow, shot it string walking yesterday.
Oh, right, okay.
With a crawl of probably that much below the knock. the limbs close down perfectly at that point.
Wow, I haven't seen it string walk yet, but I mean, that's something that I've personally been amazed by. It just how quick it just closes down,
Yes.
considering there's nothing on there.
Sure. That was the biggest surprise I had when I shot the new Velos limbs. I didn't see that the way the material that they were made out of would be significantly different to the X tools.
Sure. Yeah.
But it really is totally different.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, so the limb now isn't available in foam, but they make it with bamboo.
Yes.
Obviously, the carbon that's involved in it is completely different now because of how they've designed the limb. And it's really nice to hear that the barebow guys are getting use out of it too. You know, it's not just designed for that freestyle. Style shooting.
Very much so, and also because you can add the weight to the top and bottom of the riser. It would suit a barebow archer equally as much as it would suit a normal recurve archer.
Sure. I've got a couple of questions here because I just don't want to miss anything.
Sure.
So, sight marks, for instance, you touched up on that a little bit. How are they comparing?
I would say that if I was shooting pound for pound with the X-Stores factor, I would have slightly better sight marks.
Sure, because you've gone down weight now, is that correct?
I've gone down in weight by 2 pounds.
Okay, yeah.
And obviously with the different configuration,
25-inch
riser, long limbs, it's going to make the bow a little slower.
Yeah, sure.
But I could honestly say if you gave me my factor sight marks, I wouldn't miss the target if I was shooting the Formula X.
Sure. Okay, well that's fantastic. So I'm just going to have a look here, what else? I mean, so Chris, how does the bow feel in your hand?
To shoot, it's a really solid feel. The factor that I used previously, I thought held pretty well on the target, but I did find occasionally it was in need of a bit of a push to get into the middle.
Right. Okay.
With the Formula X, I was really surprised how easy it was to hold the sight on the spot.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
And I suspect that is due to the design of the riser. You remember the width of the factor had been increased from the previous model.
Sure.
With the idea of making it easier to shoot a line.
Yeah.
Whereas the Formula X has got a totally radical design, quite different to the factor.
Sure.
And initially I was a little reserved about it, but it does seem so much easier to be able to shoot in line with the spot at every distance, and I've now shot it from 2 meters back to 80 meters.
Wow.
And the line is really quite amazing.
Because I've heard from multiple customers that we've had, I've heard this expression saying it feels good to aim with.
Yeah.
Is that sort of how you would categorise that?
Definitely. And I think I learned very quickly, almost within half an hour, that what I thought was aiming at the spot really wasn't. Because with this bow, when you put the sight onto the spot, you can really feel it staying there. And that, I think, is the biggest plus for me.
Sure. I mean, I guess that's taking one thing away from you, just something you don't have to focus on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And I've also found that it works with different stabilizer configurations.
It's funny you should ask, because I was going to talk about stabilizers as well. So how has that affected what you've had on there previously to what you've got now?
I usually shoot with an extender. My V-bars are then on an adjustable V-bar, angled slightly down. I found whether I put a lot of weight onto the stabilizers or even minimal weight, the same aiming experience is there. the bow holds on the target no matter what weight I shoot.
Wow, okay.
And even when I've put the V-bars back up against the riser itself, and dropped the side rods down at quite a steep angle, again it's been very easy to aim with.
Wow, okay. Well, that's,
which I think has got to be a plus point for everyone shooting it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, anything that you can do to make that easier for you is great. I mean, so should we? I mean, you've brought your bow with you, so should we have a look at the bow now?
Yeah, sure.
So, Chris, this is your bow that you've got.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about it? I mean, what have you found? There's a plus on the rise and the limbs.
Okay.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So the first thing I noticed when I picked the riser up is the new limb alignment system, which I think is a vast improvement on the old dowel system.
Sure, I couldn't agree with you more.
What happens here is you can adjust the limb alignment whilst the bow is strung, and previously that was not possible with the dowel system. So limb alignment happens so much quicker. It was a matter of minutes to make sure everything was square.
Sure, and I mean that's super important when you get the bow to just make sure it's tailored for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The tiller is very easy to adjust. Again, that's adjustable when you have the bow strung. The limb bolts, I think, are also a vast improvement on the floating heads.
I totally couldn't agree more. I mean, it's rock solid, isn't it? It's not moving at all.
Yeah. I've only adjusted these to get the tiller where I wanted it, so I haven't tried shooting the bow on either the maximum or minimum settings. So it's pretty much factory set.
Okay.
Just so happened to be the weight I wanted. The other point that I really like is the Vertitune, which is a new design, and this has graduations on the bottom, so that you can see where your clicker needs to go.
Sure.
It's easy to return it to the right place, and also they've beefed up the metal that the clicker clicks on. I found with the previous model, when it was raining, you could barely hear the clicker.
Oh, right, okay, sure.
Whereas this one is a much more positive sound. So I think that's, again, a vast improvement.
Oh, great, okay. I mean, it's nice to have these lines all etched on there and you can know exactly where it's going.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think it's a great improvement. The Vertitune has always been a plus for me. And of course, we talked about barebow archery previously. That would be a great plus for barebow archers as well, because the ability to move the arrow rest to help with string walking.
Sure, yeah, because of course it comes with, if you guys aren't aware, it comes with 3 plates that comes in, so your high, medium and your low, and you can take the old one out, put the new one in, super easily adjustable, and it's just one of those extra things that Hoyt goes that extra mile.
Yeah, sure. The limbs almost seem lost in the limb pockets because they are so slim.
Yes.
And as we said before, they close down beautifully. Some of my club members have watched me shoot, and they say no matter what I do, the limb just closes down great.
I mean, and that's what you want, isn't it? You know, if your limb's closing down straight away, it's shutting it down. None of that energy's being lost in just the limb moving about.
Sure.
And I'm going to be honest with you, like, I first thought when I seen this limb taper down, I thought, is that limb going to be a little bit harsh to shoot because it's tapering down? But from all accounts, and I mean, I've shot it here myself, but you've had a good time with it. Smooth? Is it?
Very, very smooth. It pulls up very comfortably. It's smooth through the clicker. And I feel that if I wanted to put some extra oomph into it, then it's reactive to that.
Sure.
So if I was struggling to come through the clicker, I can just increase the power, and it works great.
Brilliant. I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about this now whilst we're here?
The reaction of the bow when it's shot, I feel is really positive. And I would say it's because of the extra weight at the top and the bottom.
Sure, yeah.
So that no matter what stabiliser configuration I have, the bow does tend to tip forward nicely, and it's a real controlled feeling. Sometimes, especially with the stabiliser and V-bar mounted right up against the riser, I sometimes felt that there was a bit of waving around, if you like, as the shot was going off. With this, it feels really positive, and that shows in the position where the arrows end up. And bearing in mind, I'm still getting sight marks.
Yeah, of course.
Almost all the arrows are either in line with the spot or in the spot, which I think bodes really well for the forthcoming season.
Yes. I mean, it's. I just think they've designed a fantastic piece of engineering. You're this forgiving.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yes, I would. I find it doesn't punish a bad shot.
Sure.
Particularly. Obviously, if it's super bad, then it's
of course.
I would say that you could probably get away with quite a lot with this bow.
Sure. And I mean, I always think, and I don't know about yourself, I always think a forgiving setup is the best setup. Because we don't, definitely. As much as we think, and we also think we're doing the same every time, but I think if you've got a good setup where if you do fluff the shot up a little bit, it's not amplified down there, especially yourself doing sort of field archery, is very critical, those distances that you shoot in.
Yes, that's right. And I think the ability of the bow to aim solidly on the target is going to help as well, particularly shooting 3Ds, where you're not always able to tune into a certain spot on the target, because there isn't always
the very nature of it, sure.
So I'm confident that this is going to work really, really well.
Brilliant. Well, what I'd like to say, Chris, is thank you for coming down. Thank you for spending the time with us.
My pleasure.
And guys, if you've got any questions for us or for Chris, just pop them down in the comments below, and we'll get back to you straight away. And once again, Chris, thanks for coming down.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.